Labor union leaders were scheduled to meet late this afternoon to consider that big concession cost savings plan we told you about last evening.
The proposal to save $1.5 billion over the next 2 years in wage freezes, furlough days, and health care and pension changes must be approved by labor leaders before it can be submitted to the rank and file for a vote. Chief Political Correspondent Mark Davis joining us with the very latest on this tonight. Good evening, Mark.
Hi, Scott and Ann. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, a vote by the rank and file in the various state labor unions could take more than a month. But before we get there, their union leaders have to approve the deal, and that could happen.
The governor was keeping his fingers crossed today that the deal his administration negotiated over the past 6 months will be approved by the labor union leaders so there can be a rank and file vote by the 40,000 union workers in the 15 different unions.
I'm hopeful we have an agreement. We certainly have the outline of an agreement, and we'll take these one step at a time.
The Republican leader in the House says the agreement would make structural changes to employee benefits, but they don't go far enough.
And then when you couple that with a 5-year extension, what you've done is tied the taxpayers of Connecticut, the next 2 governors of Connecticut, and the next 5 legislatures of Connecticut to this framework.
The Republican leader in the Senate also says the agreement would make structural changes in pensions and health care benefits.
The question, what are the numbers? And until I get the actual numbers, I cannot say whether or not I'm in favor of this or not. I'm skeptical, but I want to see the numbers.
The governor's office estimates the deal would save the state $10 billion over the next decade and promises the actuarial numbers in 7 to 10 days.
It is groundbreaking, not just in Connecticut, but on a national basis. It is extraordinary in its scope.
The Democratic Speaker of the House says he's seen enough to know that if the unions go along with the deal, a budget solution for the next 2 years is within reach. And right now, it's the only game in town.
We're down to a $1.6 billion problem now. That's manageable. If this evaporates, we're right back to the 2.6, 2.7, and I haven't seen enough good answers to get to that number.
Obviously, the Speaker of the House is a representative, not a senator, despite what you saw there on your screen. Under the rules, if just 4 of the union leaders, that is, the leaders of 4 of the unions, vote to not approve this deal, the deal, 4 of the 15, the deal is dead. Those are the rules. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.